about for someone who's a Christian, maybe someone who has been in faith for many years, no? Tapos bigla, we don't know, bigla may nag-trigger and then na-depress and then hears these voices, all these intrusive thoughts, and then gives in to those intrusive thoughts to the point of killing himself. The question is, will that Christian be able to go to heaven?
Before Boksu answered that question, he's the best person to answer that question. I felt that I need to share this. Is in psychiatry, it's a doctor's and Doctora Iris can say more about that. They have to assess whether a person's depression is how to assess the severity of a person's depression. Pag sobrang severe kasi, sobrang severe, clinically depressed, and sobrang severe, meaning to say you have really not, you have remained untreated for a long time, and things got really so bad. It's very possible kasi to cross over to psychosis.
Yeah.
So you start to become psychotic. So psychotic one is hallucination, one is delusions. So when a person cross over to psychosis, then they start to hear all kinds of voices.
Right.
Okay, so it is a psychiatrist's call to actually prescribe antipsychotic medication. And once antipsychotic medication starts to do its work, the hallucinations will disappear. Yeah. But I must say that the spiritual aspect, the demonian, is impossible. Absolutely not. You know, you've heard me say this before, that the enemy can actually take advantage of our psychological vulnerabilities.
Yes.
Okay? So what started out as a psychological weakness can become a spiritual issue, especially if in your desperation, you double now with the occultic, right? And we know some Christians would go that far also. Kung hindi man sila, yung relative sila, right? Either dalhin sa abularyo or, for the paypay, meron silang mga rituals. So, we are aware of both realities. But I just felt like, for the sake of our audience, I think it's important for you to know that sometimes in order to prevent a patient from becoming psychotic, the doctor will not just give you an antidepressant, he would also give you an antipsychotic medication, right? Okay.
Yes. Thank you for elucidating. Very interesting. I'd also want to add, but not psychiatry. I'm gonna divulge a bit from psychiatry, but intersectionality. That term just parang came to me. There's really intersectionality between spirit and mind and body. Like right now, we're body, but I'm thinking of something and my spirit is here. And you cannot chop it like my spirit is weary. I mean, sometimes my state of body will affect my mind and my spirit. So, maganda yung sabi ni Achi Christina na there are psychosis that presents as commanding suicidal hallucinations, like destroy yourself, kill yourself, and they can be addressed by antipsychotics as well, no? But there are also, what Pastor said, the discernment, I think is very important because, like even in the Bible, I think there were mentions of the demon will throw him into a seizure, right? Seizure is a medical condition, but it's the demon who caused this person to have a seizure. And then it will, sabi niya, how come we cannot cast this out? Because it's done by prayer and fasting. So even sa psychiatry, there's now emerging knowledge that the treatment should be holistic. It should involve biological intervention, psychological, social, and also spiritual. No? So apat yun na dinideal. So kaya di ba yung tanong natin ka dyan, how do you recover? You address also this biological,
aspects,
psychological, social, spiritual. So there can be intersectionality. Parang ganyan.
Yeah. Okay, going back to the big question, Boksu.
Yeah. So basically, the question is, what sin or sins cannot be forgiven?
Right. Right.
The fundamental question is that. Is suicide a forgivable sin? So let's say I'm a Christian and I'm okay, but one day I got into an intense situation where I became so angry. And so I just decided to drive my car into the crowd. And then I died, everybody died. And the moment I died, I regretted, but I'm already dead. Will that sin be forgiven? In the Bible, we're told that the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is a sin that cannot be forgiven. At the moment of death, some people did not confess all their sins
Yeah.
because death came so suddenly.
Yeah.
So God is not a strict punisher that says, "Haha, huli ka. Now
Wala na.
you're out na.
Yeah, out
So,
na. Yeah.
I have one free slot." Walang ganon. No? So I think God is merciful. People don't commit suicide for no reasons. Usually there's some intense struggle before you get that stage na I want to end everything.
Yeah.
At first we try to resist, we try to deny, we try to escape the situation,
Yeah.
or we reduce our time in that particular situation. We try all kinds. Then finally, when there's no counseling help, I'm on my own. I thought maybe the easiest way is I just jump off the roof.
Yeah.
I actually have a Singaporean friend. He used to be a gangster and a medium in a temple where spirits come, medium. And eventually, he became a Christian. But before he became a Christian, his life was so messed up, he wanted to commit suicide. So he went to one of the high buildings and stood at the edge. And then he looked down and says, "Oh, ayan kuya." So he went home. Ang taas pala. Totok.
Thank you for joining us today in our discussion. We hope we were able to enlighten you in some of the issues you are currently facing. If you have any comments or suggestions, please drop us a note in the comment section below. We would also like to take this opportunity to invite you to come and worship with us every Sunday here at Jubilee Evangelical Church. We have English services at 8:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m., Amoy service at 10:30 a.m., Taglish service at 2 p.m. You can also join us online through our FB and YouTube channels at 3 p.m. For more information, you can visit our website at jec.com.ph. Thank you and God bless us all.